Yeah, I mean, he was one of the guys that I kind of lately have been. I'll be honest. I saw the 2024 grade in his size, and then I thought, yeah, that sounds all right.
What is his
Um,
size?
he's like 6'3", 200 plus, and I don't know exactly, like Jake was talking about, how well he's gonna run, but he does seem like that in spurts that the guy's got enough twitch where he can he. I don't want to compare him to like an Alan Lazard because I feel like he's more of a better athlete than that, but I mean, I would personally I want a big X that we know is going to run out there and just get people's attention. And if he is a little more athleticism to him, I thought that Pat Bryant looked really good. That's just personally.
Got it. We could pull the whole Jaden Reed thing, right? He runs slow at the combine. Just invite him in for a top 30 and tell everybody he ran a 4.4 and draft him. Right, we're all good. That's the way that'll work. So, up next, you got one of my favorite prospects of the draft, and Jake, if you know of any injury concern with any of these guys, just let us know that too. That's one thing that I'm definitely very, very ignorant with here with the draft. But Jay Higgins, linebacker out of Iowa, I feel like we're probably going to need two backers if we don't bring back Eric Wilson. I would like to see him just let McDuffie walk and maybe bring back Eric Wilson if you can on a decent deal. They're a nice team friendly deal if he doesn't have a whole lot of attention in free agency, seeing that he's flirting with the 30 years of age. But Jay Higgins out of Iowa at 132 in round 4. Emilio, where do we have him at, bro?
We have him at 89th with an 80 overall grade. Dude was consistent.
Really yes. Consistent. Jake, what do you think about that, man? Us having him right around the 80 mark.
Yeah, it seems like he's I'm not sure. There's clearly like a disconnect, PFF rankings versus grades, which is totally fine. Like if you're doing your own, I don't know whose board this is built off of, right? The mock draft simulator, who it's using, but yeah, it seems like he's being undervalued. I know it could be kind of a light version of Jack Campbell, same school, right? Easy, maybe a lazy comp, but like these guys who maybe aren't like super fast, right? Oh man, they're not running sideline to sideline. Oh no, they can't, sprint up the Tampa 2 with receivers, but he's instinctive in both phases completely. Like run game, coverage. He's sinking when he needs to. He's widening when he needs to. Like you can tell that he's locked in on the quarterback's eyes, locked in on concepts. Like he knows where he needs to be at all times. And if you're instinctive enough, you can overcome a lack of speed and explosiveness, right? Some of these fast guys, sometimes they don't know where they're going, to be honest. Run around with their head cut off, right? Like a chicken, right? It's just So when you have instinctive linebackers, it really, really helps your entire defensive unit. And with, how many guys Iowa, continues to send to the draft, he's kind of been there as like kind of the last guy holding the fort down almost of kind of the last, 4 or 5 years of the position. So yeah, I'm you could get him at 132. Sign me up. Sounds great.
Yeah, the consensus big board has him at 124. He peaked at 95, so he's obviously dropped since then, according to the consensus big board. Jacob, what do you think about Jay Higgins here at 132, man? What you got on him?
I would love it. I mean, just personally, if we could get him in there like you talked about. I've loved what McDuffie has done for the team. I really love what Eric Wilson did for the team coming in as a veteran that really could perform very well on special teams and just in a pinch. But could you imagine if our starting three was Quay, Edge, and a guy like Higgins? I mean, that sounds pretty good to me, man. I mean, I don't even know where you'd want to categorize them as far as Mike, Will, Sam, Buck, whatever you want to call them. But as long as we got three guys, throw them out there, dude. I'm excited as all hell to see that. And I keep forgetting about Hopper, dude, because we could have something with him, man. I really do think that we're sleeping on Hopper.
Yeah. And again, this is just kind of running it through the filter of we'll probably need two linebackers to fill out the roster, right? So that's why I was trying to target a couple during this. But
dude, my internet's getting ripped apart in the chat. I tell you what.
Hey, man. Can't look. Don't expect mature things from our chat. I'm just going to say that.
Hamster's going as hard as he can. I gave him steroids.
All right, let's move it along here. I'm going to save this mock draft so we can look at it later. But up next, we got Jonah Monheim out of USC center in the 5th round, pick 160. What do you think about him, Emilio? What do we have him at there?
We had him 80th. He's actually 10 spots above Jay Higgins. So that's a deal right there. Do we want to put him as center on the board or what?
I don't know, man. They've got him listed as a center on PFF. Jake, do you have anything extra on Jonah Monheim? Is he really a center? Do you see him as more just a guard? What do you think with Jonah?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's played several spots. I think he has played left tackle. He's been at USC a while, so he has played some left tackle. I know there's some guard in there, but he has been most recently at center. That's where he's been for I would say 95% of the snaps here in Mobile. And I think with Monheim, it's just getting him to play lower, right? There are so many reps, including in Mobile, where he's standing up out of his stance, like he's getting upright, and you're never going to win the leverage battle if you're upright. It's just not going to happen. So he did a really nice job adjusting, later in the day today against a couple guys in terms of kind of, knee bending, dropping those hips and kind of anchoring. But I think that's where he needs to get, more refined in his play. He needs to get a little bit stronger, but he is athletic at the very least. So
got it.
I personally would love to have Jonah on the team. The only red flag, quote unquote, that I see is that he kind of did the reverse progression. 2022, he was an 81.9, 2023 a 75.9, and then this last year a 70.2. But he's played solid, played most of those games every single year, tons of snaps. He's only allowed 2 sacks his whole career, only allowed 4 hits his whole career. And he played substantially. So like Jake said, he played 807 snaps at center 2024, but in 2023, he played 700 plus snaps at left tackle with 50 plus at right guard. And then 2022, he played 200, nearly 300 at right guard and almost 700 plus at right tackle. So that screams Wisconsin or Green Bay lineman right there. Versatile.
So he's at least going to get a V. Maybe I won't give him the C, but he'll get a V.
So he played his best football at right tackle, right, Jacob? That's what you're seeing.
Sir.
There?
Yep.
So that's interesting, really interesting. So versatility, no doubt. Next, we have Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Indiana. Took him in the 6th round at pick 199. What do we got on him, Emilio? Where's he at on our board? We took him at 199 here. Jalen Walker, Jailin.
Jailin, that's why.
Yeah.
We had him at 138. So I like that. He was super good in PF 22. He was 6th in the nation, 66 in 23, and 53 in 24. Really, the only thing bringing him down is where they have him on the boards.
Got it. Jake, what do you think about Jalen Walker, man? You got anything on him, the Hoosier out there at linebacker?
Yeah, another one of those guys that came over from James Madison when Cignetti came over. So, brought the whole team with him, essentially. But yeah, they used him a lot getting after the quarterback. I think he had like 24 pressures, 3 sacks this past year for Indiana. So kind of a guy that you like to operate around the line of scrimmage, be explosive, make some plays in the backfield. I think that's where PFF had him grading the best as well. Not that the coverage was necessarily a liability, but he was kind of at his best when he was working around the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Jacob, you got anything on Jalen Walker there, man? Anything
dude. This is a guy that was really interesting to me because he screamed. Who was the guy? Was it Carpenter that we drafted a few years ago? That was just kind of a guy. Was it Tyreek? Exactly. So when you look at Jalen Walker's size, it's like, where do we put him? He's 6'1", 218 as far as PFF has him listed.
Thick.
But
not really.
Grades. I mean, like he's performed, like Emilio said, 2022, he was a 90.7. 23 was an 80.6 this last year, and 82.6. And like Jake talked about, this year they lined him up all over the place. He had 109 snaps at D-line, 117 in the slot, and then 454 in the box. He had a great, there you go. Let's go. He had an unbelievably elite game against Purdue, a 94.1. Other than that, he was just steady Eddie. He had one game in the 55s against UCLA. Otherwise, he played at least serviceable in every single game. So I don't know, man. And he had,
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Had a coverage grade of 71.1, pass rush at 87.6, and a run defensive grade at 84.5. Let's go.
I could just listen to you guys describe prospects over Home Depot music all day long. You can do it. We can help.
That's for the Patreon.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just talk about them for like a few hours. Just set that in the background and put it up there.
So the final pick that I made was pick 202 in the 6th round, Kobe Bryant out of Kansas. a name that just keeps getting mentioned. Emilio, where's he at on our board? And we got the cheese logo next to him.
Oh, do we have? Yes, we do. He's 179 East West Shrine game and the cheese emblem. I mean, he's the one that's going to be lit up on the board. So if you're late in the draft, I feel like you're gonna kind of lean on those sort of things. If we met with the guy, we know how he is as a person. You don't have time to meet with everybody. So 7th round, you're probably going to go with something rather than something you have no idea on.
Got it. Jake, what do you think, man? Kobe Bryant, how you feel about him? We got him at 202. You think that's good value? How do you see him?
Yeah, I think it's good value. I think the one thing, right? Give him some Uncrustables, sugar cereal, pancakes, whatever, cheeseburgers, all of that. 5'11", 171. So a little bit light out there at corner, but you watch him recover, you watch the closing speed, you watch him make plays at the catch point. Like, guy's just a ball player out there. If this feels like, later in day 3, stuff like that, where Green Bay could go, yeah, we like guys who are bigger, but oh well, he's a ball player. We'll see what we can get out of him. So I do think this is where like they would take a guy who's well outside the thresholds like that, which again they break them for sure, but they like an overarching theme is they stay pretty consistent. But on day 3, I think they'd be more willing to kind of throw that out a little bit.
I'd like to sit here and pretend like that's why I made that pick late, but it wasn't. I just
it was.
Yeah.
But, Jacob, what do you think about Kobe Bryant here, man? Obviously, the name, you can't get any better than that, right?
Yeah, sure. I love where we were. If we were to get him at this spot, I do wonder why he falls so farther down than Mello Dotson. Do you have anything on that, Jake? Because if anything, I saw that Kobe would be graded slightly better.
Let's see. The consensus big board has Kobe at 136, and he peaked at 80. He's recently up 2 spots while at the East West Shrine Bowl. So,
yeah, I mean, I like both of them. So yeah, I don't know why Kobe Bryant's this low, to be honest, but I do think both have shown that they can hang with whoever's in front of them. So yeah, I'm not sure why he's 232nd on this one. When you have to almost take Dotson, I think, in the 3rd round on this simulator. So yeah, I'm not sure why the gap's that big, other than like size, but like, I don't know. That's a very team specific thing sometimes. Yeah. So
there you go. All right. So that was the mock draft I did earlier today. Got one question. If we got time, we'll do a rapid fire mock if you boys want to do it.
Yes.
Deadfish in here says, Jake, what do you think of Savion Williams from TCU? 6'5", 225, 4.45, 40 time. Somewhere Tim just threw his fork down on the plate.
Yeah, I think his range of outcomes is immense. On one hand, you go look at like, okay, is he just kind of speed plus gadget touches, and that's kind of where you want him to be. He's taking direct snaps this past season from TCU and just carrying the ball. On the other hand, there's kind of like a Adonai Mitchell plus yards after the catch explosiveness to him as kind of a high end for me. And I was like big on Mitchell last year. So like, yeah, I think he's wide ranging of outcomes, but like there's a ton of upside. Another guy I really, really wanted to see here, because I think, if we were sitting here talking right now and Williams was playing this week, he'd be like, yeah, so Williams ran 2 miles per hour faster than everybody else here at the bowl. He's got a little bit of a different gear out here. It would have been nice to see, but yeah, I'm thrilled, because I'm sure he's going to be one of those guys when the numbers are in next month that the card's pretty green, I imagine. So,
all right, appreciate that. All right, let's do it, boys. Y'all want to hit a mock draft real quick? That sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll with it. Let's go. We'll try to go rapid fire. Emilio, if you want to work our board, maybe we'll get a little reference there on where we've got them. Obviously, we'll get everybody's input. We're going to do a 7 round. We're going to go fast here. Do you guys want to do a trade or no trade? What do you think here?
We trading Ja?
Oh, we haven't done this yet.
All right.
We haven't done. All right, you're going to have to talk me through it, Jake, because I've not traded players on here. This is PFF. We can do it on PFF, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let's enter the draft. We're going to start slow, and then we'll crank it up, okay, so we can make sure we get this trade in. So let's go ahead, start the draft. We should be on slow. We are. All right, let's go ahead and pause it. and let's make this trade happen. So do we have to wait and offer the trade when the
I think
that
it's
would be all
either before you start or when you pick. I think are the two times you can trade for him.
okay, got it.
I think
So-
once you've started, I think it kind of prevents you, perhaps. But
Got it. So we'll do it when we're on the clock. That sound good, guys?
Let's do it.
All right. Should we just go turbo here and just take it straight to our pick, or do you guys want to see who's available as we go? That can get really lengthy. I know. What do you guys?
It's
You just wanna
turbo
go?
time.
All right, let's go turbo. Everybody's got things to do here. Jacob got to get back to his business tonight here. So pick 23. Here we
Oh,
are.
boy.
Let's go ahead and
okay. Okay.
imagine that, right? So let's go ahead and try to trade Ja, right? Let's get that out of the way, don't you think? Let's see if we can do that. So let's see here. How do we do this, Jake? We just
So
wanna-
I think. Let me see.
Just go to select a player.
So yeah, you go to that select a player. Yep.
All right.
And should be able to find him.
boom. All right.
And it's just a question of like, who do you think is going to be interested, right? I've done this a few times based on like the salary cap and like, what teams need, corner. I've come up with both LA teams. Washington would be in that mix, actually. I know they just traded a bunch for Lattimore, but we can see it kind of didn't work. So maybe they might do something else.
Let's
but-
try Washington. You want to?
Do
All right. Let's see what happens. Let's ask for 29. They said get out of
Ooh,
here.
get out of here with
They
that.
said 61. So we could get 29 if we add some draft capital. So what do you guys think? Would you like to try to trade away some picks and Ja to get up to 29, or do you want to try to go backwards with it here? What do you think?
I don't.
Jacob looks disgusted. What's wrong?
You guys know how cheap I am, man. I don't want to give up anything.
good. Well, if you're cheap, you want the contract off the books, right?
That's true.
That's what you
That is
want.
true.
You want some of that.
I got
base
no
salary
problem
in-
getting rid
in
of Jair.
26, right?
I got no problem getting rid
You
of
know?
Jair.
I've kind of taken like a 3 and a 5 from some teams.
Okay.
for-
What
for
about a
that.
second and a 4 here?
Wow, they can do that. Wow.
They said they could give us the 5. See, now we're just getting greedy too, right? Well, I don't know. That's not a 5. Never mind, right? I don't know what these picks are. I didn't realize they had
I think that 147 is a 5. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
early 5. Yeah.
So we good with this? 61, 147, and
Jeez.
247 for Ja.
Wow.
Jake said, yeah.
Wow.
I don't think we're getting too. I don't think we get all three, but yeah, I'm down with it.
Emilio, you play Madden all the time.
I don't
What you
think
do?
they're. I don't think they're
I
giving
think-
us this. I think they're going to stand ground on the 7th, or they're going to stand ground on the 147 and keep one of them.
All
I
right, we'll
think
knock
the
off.
7th.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right.
There we
Try to
go.
make it realistic.
Now we can all sleep tonight, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So, bang, it was accepted.
still
So we
get
got
the
an
pick,
extra
so.
pick.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll
so
worry
here we
about the
are.
cap and all that later on. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
No big.
We got a financial guy on that. He's working right
Yeah.
now. He's behind the
That's
Exactly
scenes.
right. He's actually
Yeah,
at dinner with his wife right now. We're going to page him. All right, that's Tim.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
all right, here we.
He's like,
here we
you traded
go,
who?
Exactly. What are we thinking here, fellas? When it comes to,
Oh.
oh Lord, look at that! Isn't that
Uh
interesting?
oh.
That was pretty.
All
All right.
right.
So we got Shamar Stewart available, edge defender out of Texas A&M, Armand Mimbo. Then we got Omarion Hampton. What I like to do is put all the needs in. So let's just throw in, since we've talked about taking maybe one wide receiver, let's throw in the offensive tackle, the interior offensive line, the corner, obviously now, right? That's going to be a need. I'm not going to list edge yet. I'm going to put 3-tech because, I think they want LVN to start opposite Rashawn Gary, and then we'll put linebacker. So here is the best on the board according to need. Should we throw edge on since it's a tier 1? And
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
Shamar Stewart. We should.
Well, we know who's coming to the top of the board if we do.
Yeah, there he is.
Yes.
There
That's
he
what
is.
English Jeremiah said was going to happen, right? So, what are we thinking here, boys? You guys call the shots. I'll just click.
I mean, I like Shamar. If I had to pick between Shamar and Scorton, I
We can
might
trade
go.
back too. Just keep at it.
Yeah. Might want to see who those 4 teams are calling up there.
Let's see.
I don't know how far. Oh my gosh.
No.
Washington, man. What's going on here?
Washington
No.
is not going to have anything left.
Yeah, we just picked them apart.
We're
Right?
turning
Tapped out,
Washington
man.
into the Vikings.
Yeah, so
Here.
it goes all the way down to pick 38 if we don't take the Washington Commanders trade.
Oh,
So I don't like that. Me no likey that, Jan. Do we
that's
want to
far.
trade with the Commanders or no? What do you think?
Negative.
Nah.
All right, negative. All right,
And you're taking Membo. You might as well just ring the card up.
real? Where's
Yeah.
Membo at on our board? Where's he at on our board?
Where's he at on our board? I mean, I don't even need to scroll. He's 12.
Wait,
He's 12
what number O lineman is he? on there?
He is the second alignment behind Banks.
Ooh. Remember I put a little comment a few shows ago. Might be a little OT1 action. He got I don't know if you heard this. He got the stomach flu on
Dang.
Monday. So he hasn't been practicing all week, which stinks. That would have been real nice to see him, because he would have been going against someone like Stewart and guys like that, which would have been really cool. So
Got it. So what are we thinking, boys? It's between Shamar Stewart and Armand Mimbo. Now, Emilio, tell them where we got Shamar again. Is it 51? Am I thinking right?
Yes, he
So we got him
was.
significantly lower. If we were going, Jacob's upset. If we were going strictly off our board, it would be hands down Mimbo, no doubt. Go. What somebody said? What we got here?
we want to get Daniel Jeremiah's 7th overall player.
Who is it?
Is that today?
Colson Loveland. No, it's Loveland.
Boy.
Oh my God! Talk about melting down Packerland. Lord,
And I love Knight Jr. too.
Ooh, baby.
If we're talking about linebackers, I mean,
all right.
Trey
Well, yeah,
Amos,
Knight
too.
Jr. just took a running back out. He flat tackled him today. We're not supposed to do that. So
He just
he's itching for contact. He wants a game
right,
to be
well,
here.
We're gonna go around the horn. Jake, you go first. Who's your vote here? Who would you like to have?
I'll take the heat. You want me? I'll take the heat from everybody else. My vote will go to Colston Loveland.
Wow.
Are you being serious with that or not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Where do we have him, Emilio? Colston Loveland.
Colson Loveland is
Wow.
9th.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe.
Man, you talking about shaking up the draft. Lord, that's
dude.
crazy.
I guarantee there's
Talk
not
about
many
shaking
people.
up a locker room. I don't think
Yeah,
Todd
that's
like that.
the thing.
Subscribers are leaving, man.
Hey, listen, I am not
You know?
tweeting this out. I'm not tweeting this out. Somebody else can tweet this out if we take a look.
Hey,
I'm not-
he might not win though. He might not win. But
All right.
I'm
I
team
figured I'd
trade
throw it out
back, to
there.
be honest. I'm team trade back.
With Washington, you going to abuse Washington again?
Not with Washington. No, I would put them in
Oh,
witness
man.
protection. We'll go with someone else.
You
All right,
want
so
to
he's
trade
taking-
out of the first completely, Jacob.
I mean, just look at the grouping we got right here. Other than the running back, I would take probably any of the next 10 guys. You know,
This is hilarious. Rapid fire.
I'm taking
yeah,
Membo.
we're still in the first round.
Okay,
Emilio,
well,
what's your choice, Emilio? And I'll be
Membo,
top.
man.
All right, I'll change my
Number one.
vote. I'll go Membo.
You go
If
Membo?
he's really ranked
whoa.
ninth-
I don't want your vote now, Jacob. What if I don't want it
You
now?
better take my pity. It's not a pity vote. If you actually have him ranked
It
ninth
kind of
overall,
feels like one.
All right, so we're going Membo. Is that good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
we'll
so
go.
confident in it. I got everybody behind me. That's great.
All right, so the Packers took Armand Mimbo with the 23rd pick.
Take
We're
your
on the
boy
clock.
Jack right there.
Emilio, your vote carries weight in the room right now. This is what everybody's saying. That's what everybody's saying.
They're
The
singing
ears are open right now.
See?
All right, let's go
Oh,
deep
look,
tackle. We'll go
Cameron
edge.
Williams is this is the worst.
All right, so we got Jack Besh sitting in the 56 spot. Jordan Birch, edge defender out of Oregon, sitting at 57. Tackle Cameron Williams. Jared Ivey. I want to say Jared Ivey's kind of high on our board. Am I wrong there, Emilio? Jared Ivey, edge defender out of Ole Miss. Ozzie Trapillo. You've got Chris Paul Jr., linebacker. Alfred Collins out of Texas. He's sitting in the 63 spot. There's Ursery. We know we got a high grade on Ursery. Tyler Booker, guard out of Bama. We definitely do not have a high grade on him. But, boy, scouts seem to love him, don't they, Jake?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Booker.
Yeah.
Ivy was 45th on our board.
Got it. All right, so who was it now? What was that, Emilio?
Ivy was 45th.
Okay, 45th. Gotcha. All right. Got to make a pick here, boys. Any position you want to see, talk to me here.
I'd go Besh.
You go Besh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
He's 81 on our board.
Okay, so it's a bit of a reach for us. What do you think about that, Jake? Would you go Besh here? Who you think?
Besh to me feels like a big slot when I watch him, and that's my only concern with going him here.
Yeah.
Ivy's interesting, right? 280 to 290, moves around the defensive line probably if you pick him.
Oh no.
Alfred Collins could be your one tech, right? If you want to, go that direction and on early downs, like
Look
Where
at
we got
that.
Alfred Collins?
Look at that guy. That's a beautiful score. Look at that progression.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Where do we got him, Emilio? Alfred Collins. Alfred Hitchcock
Collins.
Collins.
Was 42nd.
That makes sense. It does.
Hey, I'm just saying, I called my shot. I wanted to go interior offensive line and then interior D line. And this
Okay,
is
Jacob.
shaping
So
up
I'll
nice.
support you, Jacob. Who do you want to
But
support?
however, Emilio, we're also picking at 61 though. We picked up some
Oh,
picks. You know
man.
what I mean? So we got to be
That's true.
careful.
That's true. That's true. Some of these guys are
do.
going to be there, right? You see
I
the
think we
average
should
draft.
maybe hit an edge. I don't know. I kind of like our guy Ivy, man. Now that I think about it.
Alfred Collins is saying is going to be there at 63.5 is his
You would
average
think
draft
so.
position. So he'll be there at 61, right? So if Jared Ivey's the other guy, his average draft position is 61. He could possibly be gone. So what do you think? Jake, you make the call here. Do you want
Yeah, do
Jared
it.
Ivey or Alfred Collins?
I personally, I would probably rather. Well, is I think PFF still has Harmon way down there at like 83, right?
Yes,
Just
they
double
do.
checking.
Yeah, we can save him for
Now
later.
that's interesting.
Oh, so it's
Well, that's
Deontay
interesting.
Walker. Deion Walker.
Yeah. So,
Are you saying
know.
trade back, Jake? Is that what you're saying right here?
well, I mean, I wouldn't hate that. There's clearly some offers on the table as
Let's
we're going
see.
rapid
Let's see how
fire
far
here.
we can trade
Oh,
back.
80? No.
No, ain't
No,
happening.
no.
That's way
Get
too
out
far.
of here. What do you think? You're fired. What do you think? All right. So, to me, that's who it's between, right? Is Ivy and Alfred Collins. Oh, or Ursary. Where was Ursary? If we go 2 offensive linemen in first
No,
three
you
picks.
can't do that. We'll get murdered.
What do you mean you can't?
Anyway,
What's wrong with that?
Emilio, where do we got Ursary again?
Uh,
I know.
and he is 33rd.
What was it?
oof.
33rd.
33rd.
I mean, we might as well just overhaul the O line, build that wall up around Jay Love like we've been trying to do for a couple
Solid. Right?
years now.
Wow.
We're gonna really get roasted if we do that, boys. I'm just saying.
Ah,
Jake, you're making the call here. You're gonna make
Yeah.
the pick. To me, it's between Ivy,
Yeah.
between Ivy, Albert Collins, and Ursary.
yeah.
My question to you guys is really quick. Would you, if we go Collins here, are we taking the 3 tech off the table in Harmon, or are we still interested in it?
That's a great question.
That's
I think
my
I'm
thing.
still interested.
I think so. I think yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Okay.
We don't have a true one tech, right?
I think you bring them both in
No,
and you say
because
compete.
Slayton. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
Slayton's
mean,
a free agent, right? So
Right.
yeah, I mean, Membo's big dude at 332. Alfred Collins. Well, let's do it. Let's beef up the trenches.
Well,
Let's
Alfred
go
Collins, right?
I'll
All
take
right.
Let's
it.
go Collins.
Alfred Collins done. Got her 3 tech. All right, let's move on to 61.
Ooh,
Who is
Oh my
here?
gosh,
All right,
Ursary.
so now we don't have to put D tackle on there, right? We're still going to throw O tackle. We're still going to throw interior offensive line. We're going to corner, obviously. We traded away Jair Alexander. We haven't drafted a corner yet. Somebody's going to hate
That's
us.
all right.
that's all right.
And linebacker. All right, here we go. Best available, Jordan Birch, edge defender out of Oregon. You got Cameron Williams, tackle out of Texas. Ozzie Trapillo, tackle out of Boston College. Ursary's still there, boys. Wow.
I think it's got to be Ursary. Birch is 87th on ours. Ursary's like 40s. So
And this is what I was talking about. Like right in this range.
I'm sorry, Ursary's 33.
Right in this range here is I feel like if you don't take a corner, you really find yourself on the outside looking in for a corner. Guys, we right now in this scenario, our starting corners are Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon with Javon
Cooking.
Bullard in the slot.
What's wrong with that?
Hey, Carrington impressed the heck out of me this year. But I'm just saying that's where we're at. But anyway, I don't want to sway anybody's vote. You guys let me know what you think. I'm just what I'm doing is trying to save my credibility for why I took Zy Alexander earlier in this spot.
Zone coverage grade. If
I'm
you
waiting
play
for
lots
Quincy.
of zone, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Quincy later on. We'll get him. We'll snag him later.
It's
So-
true. You can get Quincy in like at 123.
Ooh, let's
Not
go.
to be like, we're totally gaming the system right now, which I think is hilarious. But that's trading
We
with the
can trade
Bears.
back 12 picks with Chicago.
We're hearing a lot of buzz
All right.
about Royals and the wide receiver.
Uh-oh.
How about
That's what I was-
72? You know what? The Bears can come up. The 61, but we need Rome. We'll take Rome in that one though, if they're coming up. So
Let's put everybody back in here. real quick.
Royals is 73rd on our board.
Oof.
Some say Jacob doesn't like to read.
what's
I
Clayton,
did.
what's the board look like with only corners?
Only
If it was
corners.
just corner,
Mm-hmm.
The thing is,
Just interesting.
yeah.
See
Cy
what the
Alexander,
names look
Maxwell
like.
Harrison, as
Okay, see,
Thomas, Mello Dotson.
I feel like we could maybe skip one more.
Yeah,
you know,
87.
Come around on 87 and maybe pick
87
up.
and 123. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
Yes,
possible.
You could go get Mello Dotson.
I really like Dorian Strong. What do you think about him, Jake?
Yeah, he was quick these first couple days. Like I was wondering if he was going to be able to run with some of the quicker guys. He's been pretty good. His press technique's been pretty good because it's obviously the 1v1s, it's man coverage. So unfortunately he's kind of been owning Pat Bryant, which hurts me as an Illini fan. But
Right,
he has
right.
definitely been on top of that.
Where do we
matchup.
have Dorian Strong, Emilio?
He is 140.
Look at his passer rating that he's put up against his. Look at 2023. He had an
5 behind
11.8
Mello
passer
Dotson.
rating.
All right,
Feels
well,
like there's a really nice tier because I think Riley's still there if you go lower,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
What
right
the
there.
heck? Okay.
Oh, now here's a game.
That's fine. Look at this. It's perfect. Look at the 2023 and 2024 and tell me that's not a player Goody would look at. Be like,
That's Jaden Reed right there.
yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is.
So
All right, so we're gonna hold off on corner then. Is that what we're thinking here?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think it makes sense.
All right, let's throw everybody back in the
I
chat.
think they want the
Obviously,
wide receiver. I think they want Royals.
that's what it feels like, right?
I like it.
Let's look at it one more time here. Linebacker, everything on the board.
I say
Jalen Royals would be.
Irsay or Royals. That's what I think. Or Chris Paul Jr. Oh,
Where do we got Jalen Royals, Emilio? And then Ursery again. Where do we have him?
Royals was 73rd, and
Ursery was like 33rd.
Yeah, Ursery was 33rd.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I said, I would be totally down to just beef up the O line and say, all right, we're good for a year. We've pulled the trigger 3 times. We've pulled the trigger 3 times in the top 70 in the past 2 years. So I would be completely fine with that and just say, all right, you guys go battle. I mean, Rasheed Walker's a 7th round pick. I'm not mad at that. He performed well, but he's still. I mean, let's bring in some competition. Let's make people fight for it.
For me, it comes down to 3 picks here, and I'm going to get your all's take. Ursery at tackle, Zy Alexander at corner, or Jalen Royals at wide receiver. If you had to pick between those 3, Jake, who would it be, man? Royals at wide receiver, Zy Alexander at corner, or Ursery at tackle based off what we've done?
I would probably say Royals. Quick note, I would probably take an absolutely absurd route here and just take Derek Harmon, shake up the D line, right? Let Van Ness start, let Gary start. Let's see, we need to see Wyatt Brooks. We need to see something. But so we're gonna add to the room.
Deion
right?
Walker. You'd
And
pick him
get a
above
little
Deion Walker.
Get a little nuts here.
I would definitely take Derek Harmon above Deion Walker. Tim is not on the show tonight. Yeah, and he's going to go 76. So now's the time to go Harmon if you're going to. So is that your pick, Jake? Derek Harmon?
I would take Harmon here, but of the 3 you mentioned, I would lean Royals if we're going to stick to kind of those 3.
Okay, so it's between Royals and Harmon, guys. That's what we're doing here.
All right, let's go Harmon. Then we can. Hey, let's go Harmon, and then we can come back and take Trey Harris.
All right, Emilio, what are you thinking, man?
Ursery, man. We still are the foundation of that wall. We're still building the wall. I don't understand what the deal is. Our offense needs to protect Jordan Love. I think we had a problem when everyone got mad that my boy Glover was tearing it up in the game against the Eagles. So we need to rebuild.
Greg Rice says best available. Harmon, easy. Royals is nothing special. All right, let's go.
Fish wants to take Harmon. Oof.
They're saying Harmon, man. They're saying Harmon. Let's go Harmon. All right, let's do it.
Remember, we can.
Emilio, shake.
Everybody's kind of like, wow, you too many trenches early. Okay, go watch the team in the Super Bowl wearing green in 10 days.
Even better, go back and watch us play that team in the green.
Right,
and you'll
exactly.
say, we could get better in the trenches.
Yeah. So
Derek Harmon, it is, boys.
Oh my gosh! Hello.
Get your butt
Let's just
outside
took a turn. All right, pick 87. Let's see. So we're not going with another defensive lineman, right, guys?
No, but we could have gone with Ursery.
Oh my god!
All right, interior offensive line. We're going corner, and we're going edge defender, and we haven't even looked at linebacker yet, right? So Isaiah Bond, wide receiver out of Texas.
Meh.
Tez Johnson.
I
and
wish.
he's
That's interesting.
tiny. Jake, that's the guy I was thinking of. That's really, really undersized,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's
Bro.
156. That's what he weighed in at. I'm not kidding. So
156.
yeah, 156 official on the Senior Bowl Twitter. The graphic is there.
That sounds
That's
messed
a
up.
little boy.
Yeah.
Not
No.
thick.
That is crazy, man. That's crazy.
It stinks because like if Bond was just consistent, like down to down, he wouldn't be here. He moves different. He moves so different, but he's so inconsistent, and you don't want that. You don't want him jumping up at the catch point when he doesn't have to, kicking the ball out of his own hand. Like we can't do that. But like, man, yeah, if he wasn't 156, I don't think it would be a question. He has been so good though. Like technically, like he went up against Zaire Thomas yesterday, and Thomas tried to press him. He swatted the press away, stacked him, and then shook him at the top of the route, runs the out route, and Azari Thomas fell over. Like,
that's David and Goliath stuff.
Yeah.
Joseph says, if many are Detroit take Tez, I'll die.
Wow. Please don't. Please don't.
Calm down, Joseph. Please, we want you around.
I don't think those two are going to take Tez. I don't think you have to worry.
All right, so what are we thinking here, gents? So
Tate.
far, what is it?
Get our boy Tate 61st on our board.
You like
Is he
Tate
still-
Rutledge? I was gonna ask, but dude, you got to get Mello. Something, right? Don't you got to get Mello?
That's the thing. Like, let's clear the board and just go corner. We still haven't taken a corner, right? Mello
Aye.
Dotson. Where's Mello Dotson on our board, Emilio?
140.
140. So
You sure?
135.
There you go.
all right. What about Denzel Burke out of Ohio State? Denzel Burke corner.
I think that graphic shows you a lot of what people think about Burke.
185.
It's very up and down.
Yeah, he's
to
185 for us.
Okay.
Like if
got
you
it.
built, what would be interesting for you guys is to kind of build a consistency grade. If you like had like a ranking in terms of consistency, because I think that might put Burke down even further than where he is. But that
once
would be
we get-
interesting.
once we get Daniel Jeremiah's information in and also the 33rd team's info, it's going to really balance
Yeah.
everything out, I think.
Yeah.
But if we're going to go corner here, it's probably
Dotson's
Mello
nice.
Dotson, right? So
Yeah.
how do we feel about that? He's not going to
I'm
be
not
there.
opposed. I mean, we just talked earlier, right? He's a cover corner. Ideally, our defense would have been 3 high, 4 under. We didn't play a lot of that. Are we okay with him playing just a shell 3 look? I'm not opposed to that at all. Yeah. So if we're taking a corner, I'm behind Mello.
Yeah, this is probably that dude if we're going to do it right. You still got Quincy Riley down there that obviously Jake's been talking about.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant toward the bottom. That dude's. I don't
What do you
know.
think about Jason Marshall from Florida, Jake? Have you seen anything about him? Wasn't he another guy I thought that had a better? Well, nah, he's just more steady.
Yeah, he just missed some games, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is all this year. There was a lot. I mean, he's a lot of talk. I think he was a high recruit. I have an insane take here.
Let's hear it.
If you completely clear the position board.
And quarterback.
Oh
No.
no.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Rourke.
The guy at the top there. Listen, I know Marshawn Lloyd. You're hoping to get stuff out of it, but like if you stand pat,
Jeez.
explosive playmaker, don't have to give him a bunch of carries. That's what Ohio State did. They let Judkins take the heavy load. And let this guy hit home runs.
Wow.
Man, if
Am
we
I
take
insane?
the running
Yeah,
back-
probably. But like, sometimes
what
you
do you
got to
think
be a
about
little bit
running back?
insane, right?
Greg. Oh
Jake-
my.
Jake, what's your home address? Chat. What do y'all think about taking
No.
a running back?
Yeah.
Now listen, he's
I-
a stud though, man. There ain't no doubt.
50th on our board.
Oh, look at this. It's gonna sell me on it.
50th.
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 Hey.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
PFF 23, he was 16. PFF 24, 25. Big board 76. Consensus 68.
Greg Rice said that running back room more crowded than Crowell's West on game day, baby. I mean, we might run a little wildcat. Just tell Jordan to take the day off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what about this though? Also, kickoff returns. Sounds like we need that.
Yeah, Keyshawn's quarterback one, boys. He ain't returning
Just
this.
saying.
So, what are we doing, boys?
The other thing Greg Rice brings up too, he goes, so we're going to give up 40 spots just to take the best cornerback? It's a good point.
I still think would take our boy Tate. He's
Man, you
We
really
had-
want to build that wall, dude.
yeah,
You are-
dude. I mean, I want to protect our boy Jordan Love. We had a problem with our. Do we not remember what was it? The first
Yeah.
Lions game where they were just in
All right.
our backfield the entire time. I mean, I want to fix that.
I'm going to
All
blow
right.
your mind here, though, Emilio. Where do we have Tate Ratledge on our board?
Tate, our boy Tate is 61.
Oh, is he really? Okay, 61. I was trying to say because there was someone else that I really like down here at offensive line. I thought maybe not. Okay, I'm okay with Tate, but whatever you guys think, what are we doing here? Let's do it.
I thought you liked Cooper from Minnesota, didn't you, Clay?
For Minnesota, Cooper,
The guard.
Oh, Tyler Cooper.
Tyler Cooper. Yeah.
He's
right
pretty
there.
far down though, right? 132.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I like Rutledge. You're kind of selling me on Rutledge, man. I'm not going to lie.
All right, Tate Ratledge. What are you thinking,
Ratledge.
Jake? You good with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it. You know where I stand. We had a
So right.
conversation already.
All right, we're gonna go with Jacob and Emilio here and go Tate Ratledge, boys. We're done with offensive line now, right, boys? We're done with it.
I think we're done with the trenches in general, probably.
Torrey Horton, sign him up.
Jesus, tackle, defensive line guard. Let's go.
I
mean-
mean, trenches,
Beef
dude.
it up, baby. Beef it up. This is why
It maybe not be flashy to some, but like I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love this.
I say we go Torrey Horton with this pick. What do you think about Torrey Horton, Jake?
wide receiver Torrey Horton.
Yeah, there's some vertical ability there. Wouldn't mind it.
Dang, where do we
Wouldn't
have
mind
him?
it at
Emilio?
all.
Where's he on our board, bro?
He's got look at those back 1100-yard seasons.
71.
That's good
71.
value here, boys. Good value. We're
Did you
picking.
see that when you go to the graphic? Usually they have the dots, right? His yards per route run clearly doesn't even fit on there.
out of here?
Or I guess maybe some of it's just not there, but like 3.45 yards per route run is nuts.
6'3". Let's go, boys. Hey, I'm on board with Torrey Horton here. I don't know about you guys.
Do we need to address corner though? Do we kind of like
Oh yeah.
are we kind of like getting nudged? Kind of like you guys.
Is Quincy there?
Dorian
yeah,
Strong's still
for sure.
there.
Oh,
yeah.
Quincy's still
Riley
there.
is
Quincy
162.
will be there at 147.
Tommy Hill. Oh, and Jay Higgins is there.
He may be
too.
there at 160, Jake.
He might. Yeah, it's true. I mean,
Um,
Pull up just
if
the
you
corners,
want to
Clay.
do it, I'm not opposed
What are we thinking here? Torrey Horton or what?
at wide receiver.
I like him as more consistency over Pat Bryant. That's what I'll say.
Mhm.
No,
All right.
I think there
We're
was
good.
another edge too. I know Jaw Joyner's on there. He's like 6'5", 265 and probably fits.
Braden
I
Swinson.
think maybe Powell Ryland's lower than I thought, or he's just gone.
Might
He's
be
got
still
wrong.
got Ricky
That
White
team's-
still there.
Powell Ryland can't be this low.
Yeah, he's
He
gone.
must
He's
be
got
gone already. He's got to be got. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward Torrey Horton again. He's in the
like that.
80s on our board.
71.
71. That's good
Let's
value.
go.
yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, round 5. Here we are.
Win
Jonah.
yours. No.
So now we can keep off the trenches and wide receiver. So we're just going to add corner, and we're going to add edge, and we're going to add linebacker. Right, Cody Simon out of Ohio State, linebacker. Quincy
check on-
Riley is there.
Take our boy.
Can you
Do
check
we-
Noel Williams real quick,
No,
Yeah, I'd be down for this too.
dude?
Where we got him at, Emilio? NOHL.
193.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So we got him a little bit.
He had a
lower.
really good last year, struggled in 22 and 23. He was 300s for both.
So what it comes down to, if Quincy Riley is our corner that we've been eyeing, do we risk it to 160, or do we take him now, or do we try to trade back from 147? We can go to 155. That makes you feel a little bit better, right? What do you guys
Sure.
think about that?
Honestly, I would have no problem taking both Riley and Williams back to back if you can make it happen.
Okay.
Just to
So-
just to kind of the chat is like going chat's like, man, we're gonna get cooked every play. Not if Harmon and Collins are in the backfield so fast. So
You're saying we could go Noel Williams here and then potentially Riley next. Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's-
Williams is higher on ours than Quincy Riley.
I'm
Wall
down with.
is 193.
I've got us needing at least 3 corners, and we haven't drafted one, so I'm cool going back to back here. Let's do it. Let's go Noah Williams first, and let's
Please
pray
be
to,
there.
pray to Jesus. That
Please.
Quincy's there. You ready? Pray hard, folks. He's gone. No, wait, maybe not, maybe
Wait.
not. He's there. We're
Oh,
good.
Let's
I'm
go.
Never got it at one time.
whew,
All right, so we're going Quincy Riley again here, right?
Yep.
that's good.
Bang. So we got the corner taken care of, and we got 2 picks left here, and we're going to take
Linebacker.
Graham Mertz, quarterback out of Florida. I
Yes.
see here we got corners
Yes.
good, so we just need edge and linebacker, right, boys? That's it.
Yeah.
As far as needs, Jalen Walker, my boy from Indiana. I'm just saying, those are good grades there. What we looking at, Emilio? Where's Jalen Walker out on our board? JAILIN.
He is 138. I really liked him. Yeah, he's consistent for many years.
Put him on
So
the
we're getting-
board.
We're
Ooh,
getting him at 199. Or is anybody opposed to taking Jalen Walker, other than Johnny Walker Jr. having the best name in the draft?
we'll say.
Let's see. There was
If we're
another guy that we liked. a
Gonna
lot.
look edge. I know the Boise State kid had a pretty good Shrine Bowl, and he's up there near the top.
Here,
Yeah.
Ahmad. Oh, dang. Where we got him
Like,
at? Emilio?
No,
AHMED.
let me check his measurables too.
I don't have him on the board unless I spelled. Wait, how do I spell his last name?
Hass.
No, we don't have him on
A-N.
the. Don't have him
All
on
right,
the
I'm
board.
gonna write him down so we can add him. All right. HASSANEIN. First name Ahmed. All right. So
He's 6'2"
do
and a
we-
half, 273. So they're
Dang,
big dude
he's-
on the edge. Yeah, so it's pretty close to what PFF had there.
thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Mhm.
My pick here would probably be Jalen Walker. What do you guys think? Though?
Same.
Yours would be too. Okay. What do you think? You can tell me and Emilio spent a lot of time in the same board here. We're like seeing the same thing according to our board. It's liable to be the suckiest board on the face.
We're
of the
gonna,
earth.
and we need to replace some of the, some of our special teamers. We're gonna have guys going in and out. You got to take that kind of size. After we, you dive so much in the trenches, you got to find somebody around that weight class to run up and down.
Yeah, and we got 2 holes for linebacker on this team, right? If McDuffie and Wilson both walk in free agency, then I really do feel like you're going to have to. I mean, how many times did we get down to our 4th linebacker this year, right? It happened
Yeah.
all year long, it felt like.
Mhm.
So,
I'm cool with Walker.
What else was there at linebacker? Just a little mini
so
scroll down.
you got
just for a second.
Walker, you've got Bernadelle, we've got Greg Penn the third, we got Aaron Smith, we got Teddy Buchanan. Why does that name ring a bell? Lord have
Ooh,
mercy.
look at
Yo, where
that.
do we
The
have
Calgorithm.
TDYE.
Interesting.
How did you know that name?
He is 192.
Okay, 190.
He's actually he was one above Noah Williams, who was 193.
We'll say
Hey,
fast at the Senior Bowl was Nicholas Martin. Dude was just chasing everybody down from Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah,
He's been chasing guys down. Interesting pass rusher, sort of
yeah.
here, but he was doing some good stuff. And then Eugene Asante, who's also I think right below him.
Mm-hmm.
That dude wanted to hit a ton.
Another pass
today.
rush carry there too.
Punched a couple balls out in team. You talk about like the energy bringer to a practice. Like, dude
All
was
right.
crushing it today. But
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the trigger on Jalen Walker.
all right, nice.
Do it.
Do it.
Got linebacker Jalen Walker now pick 251. The only real need we have is linebacker. But we can kind of look over the board here real quick, see if anybody.
Ooh, I like Drew Kendall.
Yeah, Emilio, where do we have Drew Kendall? God, we've got so many offensive linemen.
That's the offensive line.
True
Drew
center.
Kendall, center or interior offensive lineman there.
162.
It's good value, right?
Yeah, it is.
Good value.
What about
Nazir-
Nazir Stackhouse? Yeah.
That's crazy. Nazir, I remember last year, Jake, going into the college season, Nazir Stackhouse was like, this dude's gonna be a first round talent, right? What happened, bro?
Just not doing enough as a pass rusher, and I think PFF agrees there. For the most part. So I think it's just, there's promise there for sure. But yeah, I think
It's interesting.
he's
We have
moved
him
around.
at
Little A gap and B gap alignment both for
Yep.
Stackhouse. So
237 East West Shrine, and Packers met with him.
There you go.
Packers did me with him. Okay.
Joshua Gray. I remember seeing that name.
Ooh, I got it.
Where you got?
Where? Montana State.
Oh, right there.
my
dude.
God.
Gotta do
Weird.
it. Gotta
That's
do it.
right.
Do it to him. Do it.
Emilio, where's Marcus Weir on our board, bro?
Do it to
Listen to
him.
this. Somebody come listen to this.
Weird
Hey,
is 180.
180. That's good value, but it's almost 100 spots, right? Yeah. Marcus Weir. We're doing it.
Do it.
I'm
Let's
fine.
We're going to be
Let's go.
lining offensive linemen up to return
Let's
punts.
go. Let's go.
All right. We're going to get roasted for this one, boys. I'm not tweeting it. Someone else can. Here is the draft in its finale. And it's
I like it. I like this draft, man.
tackle Armand Membo with the 23rd pick. The 55th pick, we took defensive tackle Alfred Collins. We traded back. We traded Jair Alexander for pick 61 and pick 147. All right. So with pick 61, we basically traded Jair Alexander for Derek Harmon and Noel Williams. All right. That's interesting. Pick 87 in round 3, we went guard Tate Ratledge. Pick 123 in round 4, we went wide receiver Torrey Horton. They love that pick, by the way. PFF did. Again, Noel Williams was a part of that Jair trade. We took him with pick 147, round 5. Quincy Riley out of Louisville, cornerback, pick 160, round 5. And then Jalen Walker out of Indiana, linebacker, round 6, pick 199. And then probably my favorite pick of the entire draft, Marcus Weir, round 7, 251. You think he'll last that long, Jake?
No,
No,
probably not. Probably not. But it's fun right now to do. Like, I don't know. We'll see, right? It could be, he could get the small school tag kind of tabbed on him, but and I think he might have measured. Hold on, I have his measurements. Yeah, 6'2" and 5'8", 298. So get him
That's
some
good.
Uncrustables, some cheeseburgers, right? Get him up to 300. But
hey, have him watch film over at Culver's. It'll be good, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Just
That's
have him
right.
talk
Yeah,
about it.
get Tucker Kraft to take him to Culver's a few times, right? Being from the FCS, right?
Right
There's a
there.
good
That's what I'm
spot
talking
there.
about. Hop in the back. We'll go over to Culver's.
Yeah, we're going. We're going.
All right.
Yes,
That's
I
it.
like it.
Listen, we went an hour 46 minutes. Other than the
Oh,
draft, this
man.
was our longest episode. This is fun though, man. This is good. So that's it.
We
Any
did.
parting thoughts, gents? Parting thoughts.
Tweet it. Can't wait to see what they say.
I
I want to see it.
You
Dude,
better.
tweet it. Come on.
I'll
Come on.
tweet it.
There you go.
I'm gonna tweet
I'll
it out.
tweet it.
Just put deactivating the Twitter account.
No, just say tweet, just tag me in it and say he made us do this.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what you
It's
can
just
do.
Jake Shavink's
That's fine.
dream draft.
Yeah.
Got it. We'll get on.
He also wanted to take a running back, but we said no.
Yeah, say
right.
he almost
That's
got
what you
me.
should say also.
We're trying
Yeah.
to build the trenches, build the offense, build the defense. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, we got check our boy here. My favorite draft so far.
Eric Sutherland is in the bottle tonight. There's no two ways.
Wow.
I was gonna say, yeah.
In the bottle tonight. I'm sorry, Eric. I got to do it to you.
Sit your butt outside.
That's it. All right, boys. Anything else? We good?
I'm going to bed. That was a long draft.
I'm going.
Get ready to go.
I'm going to sleep on my couch because I promise you, Mandy is mad right now. So
Oh yeah.
have a wonderful evening. We will see you tomorrow morning for Good Morning Lambo. Jake, it was a pleasure, buddy. It's good chatting with you. You've been too
Yeah.
long.
Always, guys.
Absolutely.
It's a great
All right,
time.
you enjoy that sunshine down there too, man. I know it's supposed to be beautiful, right? Pretty much most of the week, right?
Today was even warmer than they said. It was 71 and the sun was beating down today. Luckily
Nice.
the sunscreen was packed this time. So, but yeah, the weather's been great. Football's been awesome. So
Heck yeah, man.
great week.
It's ramping up, guys. We got the East West Shrine Bowl tomorrow night. We'll be live during that for about an hour and a half. We'll kind of give you guys some updates as we go along. Don't forget the watch party for the Senior Bowl on Saturday. We're going to be in here doing that. And, we'll see you in the morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time for Good Morning Lambo. Emilio, sir, have a good evening. Thank you. Thank you for working the board. Appreciate it.
Duval.
All right, that's just so
You're
great.
welcome.
We'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye, guys.